Hey guys, my name is Cindiac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines. But today, we are going to be building, or trying to build, the brand new kind of cargo train line on the other side of the river. Now, last episode we briefly touched upon it. We kind of created the bridge going over. I have no idea where this is going to go, where it's going to end up, or how we're even going to do it. So all the mistakes right now we're going to be making live in 4K. Well, not 4K, it's more 1080p. Calm down, Sonyak. You ain't got that high quality videos right now. Guys, welcome back to the episode. If you are enjoying this series and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new in here, make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when the next episode does come out. Now, last episode, among the many things that we did, we are pushing ourselves up to 100k residentials, and we kind of took a look at the train line on this side of the river. Reason why I want to add it to hook all these guys up with a cargo line is because this kind of wood industry heavily relies on imports. We've kind of set it up to where it doesn't produce any wood. It imports the wood to create the goods. But at the moment, it's only via vehicle or via ship, and even that is long-winded to kind of get the goods over. But forgetting that anyway, these guys could really heavily kind of do with some kind of a cargo line coming through. Because like we have the fishing industry, we have the farming industry, and even though it's got a train line connected up, it only goes to the harbour and then goes out here. So we got to get a lot of stuff all connected, so it's going to be very interesting. So what we did last episode then is we kind of created the bridge to kind of get it in place, ready to rock and roll. We set up a little bit of a line here to show where we're going to go, and we also kind of quickly create a little kind of I wouldn't really call it a bypass route, but it kind of just does the job anyway. But something's come to my attention. I want to create an outside connection, so I feel like it makes sense to do it here, but then I can't connect this up directly to there because it's too close. So I might have to kind of bring this around to kind of trumpet it over to do a V, but I don't know if it's going to be too close of a connection there. We're going to find out. Now, what's going on over here right now? You guys okay? There's just so many vehicles running. Maybe this might reduce Right, let's try that again in English. Maybe that will reduce. I can't even English again. Maybe it will reduce that issue by allowing us to bring more Right, can I? Well, I'm going to walk out my room. I'm going to walk back in and start again, guys, because some reason I can't even English today. But yeah, you kind of get the gist of it. So, right. Okay, first things first then, we'll try and create this going out as a beautiful little train line. So we've got some type of an out of the kind of region connection. So if we just go to there, I know I'm going to have to move that, but I'm just trying to get like a straight-ish line to begin with. And we're going to be snapping, so a 17 by 17. And we got a beautiful sized bend to keep us going. So we'll keep this running up so much. So we got a nice little straight bit where I might have to kind of flatten a little bit of this to kind of create some type of a trumpet. But we need to get it connected to there. Now we use my good old, ye old trusty friend, the connection tool right now. Get these bad boys connected. Oh, wrong one over here. There we go. So... Right, let's go maximum on this bend. Actually, no, I don't want to go maximum. Because I also want to make sure that it runs in a certain fashion. So it's going to bend around there. And I feel like it's reasonable to connect directly to this. The heights, though, might be slightly off. But you know what? I'll be kind of happy with that. I'll be kind of happy with that right now. But do you reckon it makes sense to kind of get... Let me say I chose this point here to be the same object height as, let's say here, okay? Is it really that much higher? Oh my goodness me. It didn't look that much higher. But if I select here to there. Right, okay. Okay, we'll go from here instead. Down to here. So is that more of a gradient? Does it look a little bit better? It looks a lot better now. See, it looks a lot better as we kind of increase up. But even that, I feel like it doesn't quite work out too well. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. The incline is there. It gets the job done. Let me just see if I can extend the bridge effect a little bit more. To here. to there sounds about right. So it's a wavy bridge. in many, many ways. Right, maybe I'll do one more. One more smoothing in right now of the alignments. We'll go from here down to here. There we go. So it looks a lot better. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. So we have that little outside connection right now. It can bring us all the way down here and off we skedaddle. So what I'll do first then, we'll kind of smoothen this off. So I'll create the connection to the farming industry for an outside region connection. Once you've got that all set up, we'll then progress forward. So I'm going to kind of just very quickly right now, just kind of do a big indentation. And we'll create a nice little trumpet. Even that I don't feel like it's going to be big enough. Just so I can then sort my train line out. And then we'll kind of claim back some of the land. So if I chose this section just here and I went about there to there is a 21. Let me kind of sink it down to the ground. So, okay, that works. If I go up by 5, 21. So it's got to be a 21 on both sides. The full length of a train. So any issues will be non-existent basically. And then I'll do a 10 by 10, raising it by 5. I'll do a 10 by 10 again, raising it then to 10. And then, is that a reasonable height? So it's not a reasonable height to kind of go all the way up. So we'll raise it up. We'll go raise it up by another 10 by 15 to get 20 straight across in a straight line. Boom. Oh, okay, we've raised up quite a bit there. Again, I'll play around with all the spacing. But I'm trying to keep all this elevated right now. So, 10 by 10. Keeping this going in the straight line. And then we can pretty much create this as a beautiful little connection right now. And we will sort the all the elevation changes out in just a second. So the bigger I go in this, the smoother it's going to look. Which is not too bad. Not too bad. Now, I wonder if I can select, let's say, for example, where does it start to look? Do you know, it's a reasonable height here. I think that might play out fairly well to about there. So if I... Apparently not. Yeah. Apparently not, guys. Right, raise this up. Raise you up. Right, that's reasonable. That is now officially reasonable. So we'll go from there to here. Slightly raise it. And then we'll go from here. And cancel that there to here. Sort that little raise out. So that will do us justice. And we'll have the ability to bring trains in. It can turn to go around both ways into the farming industry. No issues, no problems, no tears, no dramas. All good. So let me just make sure that we've got this now all hooked up. Boom. So it does throw that there. I'm going to bring that in to here. Probably give a little bit more space, but it should still work. It should ultimately still work right now. But there we go. So we've got an outside connection. The farming industry knows exactly what they've got to do. Oh, I need to get this connecting back in this way, don't I? So I technically need to move some of these. So if I just get these going around the edge. And I think one more would do just fine. And we should be able to then pull it back in. So it's a 21. I'm doing a 6. So I need to go up by a 15. Let me spin it around this way so I can see. 15. 6. That's a 21. So a train could come out of this section and then skedaddle. Oh, I don't know which way they're going to choose with being the quicker route. Do you know what I might do, actually? Is... Oh, this is a tough one right now. Do I go a little bit longer than turn this in by 6? I don't know what they're going to choose as the quicker route. This is why I should have had this completely bypass and go down this way. I can still do that. It's not a problem. So if I delete that to there. And what I'll do is I'll just do a straight connection like that. We'll bring this out. I've got to spin it around again. By 15. And make sure we do it by a 6-ish. So then, yeah, we got the bypass. And there we go. That's what I should have done in the first place. Right, there we go. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So somehow I've got to try and get it connected down to here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to accomplish that. I'm not quite sure. So I'll leave that for now, just so I can see this eventually start working. I need something down here for these guys, for the lost pieces right now. Basically Fishtown. Now this is even more difficult for them because the way it all falls down is going to completely throw us all off. And I really do need that connection. I really do need it. I think the best thing for me to do with the train line is kind of tunnel it through. But then where do we go from here? Am I bringing it up this way? Am I bringing it from there to kind of then go straight off down there, which would kind of make a lot more easier sense, but that is a huge drop for a train. If I bring it this way up and round, I can maybe have like a little stop for cargo for flood, which again makes so much more sense. And I can build a nice little stop around here. I could turn that to a little cargo airport, like the original one. Maybe. Or just have a cargo hub. See, too many ideas. Too many ideas. Right, that train's now heading out, and the train is now spawning. So we know it now works. We now know it works, so no stresses about that. Where am I sticking a cargo line here? So what I could do is I could bring it down, and then I can pretty much tunnel it in. But it's trying to work out where the sizes are. Now, if I use my brush size here, and I go and select at the top of the hill here, it's 242. So 242, it's higher than this piece still, which, oh, it can actually go around like that. Oh, hang on. I might have something here, boys. I actually might have something. And then however it falls, then we'll decide where the train line will then go. So let's say I had this come in this way, just like that. And if I use the connection tool, because the connection tool is always your best friend, and it kind of gives you, even if you don't want to use it and kind of commit to what you're building, it gives you an idea with how you can ultimately get in the train line. So you can see here, it's going to bounce, it's actually going to create a tunnel going through there, go right round, and then connect in. So if I did something straight here, did like a little bit of a V, I could bring it round. Oh, it's going to be a tough one, but we'll play around with it. I'm actually going to commit to that. So we get a nice little tunnel, which is pretty cool. Maybe I should have kind of committed to a tunnel with this. Now, vehicles find it easier to drive over hills, so we'll keep it like that. I wonder if I can make the bridge effect go a little bit further, though. Let's make it worth our while. There we go. And then keeping this straight. So we're going to keep this straight as much as we can, because this is where I could potentially create a V. So I could do it like coming off there or going that way. But then we kind of ditch down here, don't we? If I go to the topography, like view it real quickly. So here is 230, here is 234. So actually this little section there is slightly higher. But we're going to be bending coming out of this. So I wonder if I can just very loosely do a 5. Well, okay, a 6 is fine. To create a connection here, it's like I'm creating that like kind of old Western railway line. Where you see in the Wild West films. This is the original Wild West one. Alright, let me see what I can get up with this then. So, oh, is that too much? I think there's about right. I mean, I could go a bit further. But then we're really pushing out too far. I'm liking these big dips. It does remind me of like a Wild West film. That's what it kind of reminds me of right now. Alright, let's upgrade these. I like the bridges. The bridge style in it. So we've got a connection going all the way around. Follows all the mountain hills. It's the old Wild West railway, boys. I like it. I like it a lot. And then we're going to bring it up this way. So to come down here, I'll probably tunnel it as it goes under the town. And then pop back up to kind of run parallel with all of this. Before then it makes another sudden turn, maybe goes underground here, pulls out alongside there, where it can maybe drop a little kind of cargo train station maybe around here. I might move that building, before then eventually progressing itself all the way down to here. I don't know yet. I don't know. but we'll see what happens with that. So we'll come back to this then. Let's see what we can do with creating the train stop or the train station for lost pieces. Now, for the cargo, I could put the cargo station down here, which will be perfectly fine. Problems I've got right now, I did carve out this huge little section for the pumping stations, which we're going to now bring it all back. Like that. There's nothing wrong with me kind of doing a road going slightly up the hill like these. Creating like a little bit of a mini UE to come down, putting a station there, which elevates the train lines. I can bridge over and up and then cut in. But how much of a drop are we losing on this? So, it doesn't really matter up here. Right, it does, but I'm going uphill there, aren't I? 230 up to 288. Over here is... Okay, we're dropping 100 just from there to here. Interesting. Right, okay, so this is going to be the most interesting V I've ever created, basically. If I keep it all to the ground to begin with, and if I pick it there, so we can do it there, no problems. So we go up by 5, 21, 21. Now, this is going to be interesting. So if I first have... Actually, if I actually place down where I want the train station, and then the rest should follow. So I fully expect this to be kind of like a little bit of a busy area. So I'm only going to come out by an 8. If I do it by a 10, by a 10. And if I go up by a 6, so I can do basically a 3x3 on the bends. So we'll come back to that. And if I drop the train station here. Ooh. We really are staggering this train station, aren't we? We really are staggering it. So, we're going to carve this out, but it will eventually drop down. So, if we get it to be elevated by plus 10, let's say over the course of this in a straight line. So, the cargo train line goes over, and we're going to pretty much bring it up and bend it round, if possible. So, this is going to be a push right now. This truly is going to be a push. So if I select there to there, and let's see how big we can go with the bend. Right, so that's as much as it's allowing me to go. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's a road! What's going on? Oh, I think because I selected the road option before I did the actual... Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Right, let's try that again. Let's try that again, guys. Right, we should be on train line this time. Well, that's the maximum. I add it in. Now, we are going to have to kind of connect it all up. So I'm going to connect it to there real quick. And then we'll sort out the elevation. So I'll do as much as I can with some type of bend to get some kind of system on the go. So it runs out quite wonderfully. Now, if I bring, let's say, this node here a little bit more up. So let's say I brought it to about there. That would allow me then to, with the sloping tool, kind of have a little bit more height for the rest of this. Yeah, granted we're carving out a mountain, but we can sort that out in just a second. Man, this is so dramatic, isn't it? It's so dramatic for a cargo line. It's like I'm ruining the whole scenery right now. I feel so bad. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to raise this a bit. So raising that just a tad bit there, which will allow us then to kind of bring this in a little bit more easier. Now, with the train line itself, we're going to have certain sections of it be stuck on the ground. There we go. So we can then terraform the land around it. It's funky how it just drops like that, doesn't it? But yeah, that should now all legit work. No stresses, no dramas. It's a bit dangerous, but this is the terrain we have to work with over here, guys. It's going to be mental like this. So we'll quickly then sort out some of this smoothing. Up that brush size a bit more. There we go. Just smoothing around here then, just to kind of take the edge off some of these areas. And down here, is the big one. I liked the edges it kind of creates, because it kind of, you know, it looks like we did carve it out of the mountaintops. That's what I like the most about it. Here, I've got to bring this all back down. I kind of completely forgot about this section, didn't I? So I'll try and pull it underneath a bit more. There we go. Pull it down a bit there. So again, you still get the little edges where looks like we've literally carved it out to kind of work with this area. So the train line is now technically connected to here, but we are not connected to it at the moment. So we are going to do now, we know it's going to be a 3x3. So 3x3, 3x3. Now I don't know how busy this is going to be. I assume it's going to be quite busy because the fishing town kind of area. So we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, I'll have to stick a one-way system in just to kind of ease the burden. Does it have water? It does. I'll kind of push it up a bit more anyway. So the fish town area. So this will heavily reduce the amount of vehicles on this highway too, by the way. So we'll see how this kind of now ticks along. To be honest with you, you know what I could do? I can maybe incorporate the other end of that train line going through as a tunnel to connect to here. Thus then deleting this, they can drive the goods into there. It might make that little cargo area a bit busy for trains to come out. No, unless I tunneled it to kind of connect to there. See, that could work. It's a big ask, but I'll see how desperate I'm going to be a little bit later. Right. Now, how many people use this airport? 14 people. It's not really an airport worthy to stay, is it? I'll delete it. I've deleted it. I've made everyone unhappy, but I have good reason. I do have a good reason. So we're going to replace it then with a cargo line. And then that cargo line will then, it'll just be a train station because obviously we can now train goods. Doesn't need to be an airport. I'll then kind of bring it out and trying to get a line to run parallel with this. That will then go underground. So I'll worry about that in just a second. Now this road is quite quiet, but I think I'll still incorporate. We do have a bus stop just there. So if I incorporated a simple 5, actually we'll go this way instead. 5 by 10 system there. The bus stop directly in the middle. Again, I don't expect this to be too busy, but I'm adding a beautiful little stop just there. We'll have the train running along it. So I know that's the 21 mark. .21. So if I did a 15, I did a 15, and we just got to get that connected all the way back up to there, and then we'll tunnel this under and make it pop out and run parallel with this, which is really easy to do now. I've discovered the parallel tool. It is quite easy to do. So we'll come back to all that again in just a second. So connections there to there. I love this tool. Makes life so much easier. So bend it around and run it straight with this. We'll go with it. I'll sort that out in just a moment. Actually, I'll sort it out now. I've got nothing else to do. Right, smooth it, all of that. So the prisoners are going to hear the toot-toot as the train line tears through, causing all types of noise and chaos. And it also could be a really good getaway escape. If they can manage to jump the fences, they can hop into the cargo train, which is taking them to the city. Ooh, look at this, boys. We're creating escapes right now. We're creating escapes. So here then, I'll bring it out to about there. And what we'll do, I'm going to go for a 10 by 10 bend. And as it comes up to here, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh, I'm allergic to tunnels, baby. I'm allergic to tunnels. Allergic so much I didn't even build one. I'll kind of go into there. I'll plant some trees around it to kind of create some type of a sound barrier. And then that will then pretty much... what happened here? I have no idea. That will then pretty much run parallel with all of this. But let me just make sure that this train line does now get all connected up. So I've just got to do a 6 connection in. And then a 6 into there where we had them nodes. And then that train line is pretty much good to go. So do we see any trains coming down to here? I'm actually seeing vehicles coming out of here. So that's kind of handy and useful. Are we seeing trains? Oh, there we. Oh, we actually are. There we go. Cargo train. Interesting. Has it made the highway a little bit more quiet? You could argue yes. You could argue yes. But we'll see how the rest of the time goes. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Hold on. Hold on. I truly think I am allergic to trains. I'm allergic to trains. Okay, then. So let's now get the parallel tool. And hold on. I'm going to sneeze again. What's going on? Damn! Seniac! What are you doing? Right, let's keep it going. I'm going to bring it to here. And then we'll do the rest of it ourselves. So this should literally mimic what we've just got, you know, next door to it. I'll have to do a few little changes here and there. But that is pretty much what I want it to do. So if I enter that in, implement it. Oh no, it didn't do it because I've got it already automatically selected to that, don't I? Okay, so if I elevate on the same sections where the other one elevates. There we go. And does it elevate anywhere else? Is it just there? Okay, it's literally just there. Sweet, mate. Sweet. So I want to make then this section go underground by 10. Easy peasy. And then this section here, actually, I've actually deleted back. Alright. Boom. And then by the 10 mark-ish, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, we'll go by 12. We'll go underground there, and then we can pretty much take it wherever we want, which is going to be pretty much down here. So that runs nice and parallel right now. I don't know how long until you start seeing trains. Oh, there we go. That was perfect timing. There's a train on the way to here. Let's actually see it go past the prison. Can we see any... Oh, is there another train? No, that is the train. Any prisoners trying to escape yet, boys? Any prisoners trying to escape? Choo-choo. Be careful, boy. You might start sneezing again. Right, okay. So, the connection then. We now should be able to go straight from there to there. No dramas. Bam. We shouldn't be able to see any of it. No. So, that connects up there perfectly. So now we've got the train line literally up to this section, and now we want to set up our little kind of cargo sections. Now, what I'll do is... Alright, this is what I'll do. I'm actually going to delete this. Right, what's this building, by the way? This is our printing press building. So if I move this to... Where should I move it to? Literally here? We'll move it right there next door to this furniture factory. It ain't going to cause any issues. And then what I'll do with the road, let's get out on the ground mode. I'm just going to run this to there. And end it there. I've created the pie symbol. Beautiful. That's literally all I'm going to do. Just so, on this road, it's probably not the best situation. I can drop... So, say I drop that there. So, you've got the train line there. We have a bypassing section. The bypassing section can maybe go off this way, up and over. And I've got to get it connected down to here somehow. Left or right, I don't know. So, again, bear with me just a second, guys. So, if I chose this... to run to there, and then if I run that way. And then we'll quickly do the rest and with connecting it. Because it makes life so much more easier. I don't think I can actually add any more in than I did. Oh, it wiggles quite nicely past those buildings. How I'm connecting this to this, I don't know yet. I don't know. But let's keep this momentum, this great momentum going. So I've also need to connect it down to here. So if I actually kind of went like this. And I might actually also slightly, I'm going to elevate it by 10 to then bring it down to 0. Excuse me, connection tool. So there to there. All the spirals, boys, all the spirals. That will work. Creates a little UE. So from here to here, how much can I avoid the buildings? That works as well. So it goes somewhat elevated over the road, and then we'll just kind of quickly smoothen this off. So we'll select it from about here. I'll select from there to there. So just kind of changes it all slightly. There we go. So then if I again choose this, and now we are kind of sinking it down, we'll kind of elevate this road as well. Well, if I go down by 7, let me anarchy this through real quick to there. Same again, down to about 7. Anarchy it through. And then just quickly elevate that road. Now that road there happens to be a 4-lane road, this one. And we'll just kind of upgrade it to be elevated slightly. And then there's a node there, which will just bring up. Node just there to bring that up too. So the station's on this road, which now connects directly in. You can also get to connect directly out into the rest of Flood. So which is pretty handy. And it kind of avoids this roundabout connection. So it keeps this roundabout pretty much free. So that's how we're going to work it. That is how we're going to work it. So let's just get this train line all finalized. So, alright, sinking this down. Keeping it down by 7 still. I'll bring that in by 7. That's going to be completely fine. And then bring that underground. And then the connection for this now can begin. Oh, I've got it on slope mode, haven't I? Yeah. So there to there. We'll go quite big and wide. Right. There we go. Now we connected all the way up to here from an outside region down by El Rancho. So that's quite exciting. Oh, these guys don't have water. So my only issue is now then is this section of the train line. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I could literally just do it like that and then hope for the best. Because it still connects and works. I want to get goods down to the shipping area or from the shipping area and dropped off here. And just hope there's not too many issues. But there we go. We're trying to create as minimal destruction paths, eyesores as we can, even though it's kind of crazy down here. We have an outside of the region connection directly there, which has solved my problem when I couldn't really speak English with the amount of cargo vehicles driving it out. I still can't even English now. Is it this area that makes me can't even English? I think so. I think so. So the only thing I don't have is down here connected. So there's 2 ways I can look at this. They could, on the ship, sail it to where it needs to get to. They could drive it to a station that allows them to drop off the goods. See how much more busy it is around here right now. That's how I can look at it. Or I can connect these guys up to the end of that. Which might be another logical one, but there won't be a bypassing option. Because of how close this is going to be running through it. I mean, I can run that down to there and then connect in and still be able to do it that way. But I'm really not giving myself enough space here to set up a good bypass. But to go... Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to come this way and maybe start going this way out, but they can't because it's going to be a dead end there. Right, ignore me. My brain's hurting. My brain's hurting right now. Right, so if I bring that to here. So this is not great. Let's just throw that out there. It's just enough to kind of get us working. It's just enough to get us working. So there to there. So I'm not feeling this one. I'm truly not. But we tried our best anyway. I mean, you can argue maybe I can push it more down, but I don't know how much traffic we're going to see through this, but at least this side down here is connected to the train line. Even though it has to go a long-winded way around, it could still potentially do it. Now, we are waiting for the first cargo train to go all the way up to Flood. I don't know when we're going to see it, but it's quite exciting, to say the least. And even going all the way down to here. So, to be honest with you, if you wanted to actually get a train from there, you got to go all the way up here, bypass that, underground here, pop it out there, all the way around, come back on yourself. So you've literally got to go over the train line you just come across. Or you can just do a really simple drive out. So, they could do that. The options are there for them. It's entirely up to how they want to approach doing it. I'm not going to force anybody. This is going to be very, very busy, but it works. It absolutely works right now. Having those 21 slots means a train pulls in, and when it stops there, it's perfectly length there, so it's not affecting a train going that way or a train going this way. It's all there for us. I might create an alternative connection to go out of the region somewhere at some point, because I know that that will get so freaking overloaded driving out there with all these trains. So we do need that additional one to kind of disperse the traffic a little bit more easy. Where I would take it, I don't know. I really don't know. I could maybe kind of take it around up here into the hills and then skid out. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know just yet. How are my dams doing? Are you still producing? Yes, so much power. So much power. Oh! Cargo train coming back the opposite way. That's what I like to see. So, time will tell if the wood import place right now, who only solely relies on wood imports, will start to get more wood imports. That'll be very, very interesting to see as we progress. Oh, there we go. We've got a train now passing through. What is that on board? Is that wood? I forget what the wood one looks like. Right, you can go. Oh, is that the wood one? I forget which is the wood. I really do. But, yeah. Quite a few trains are now chewing along. I want to see one leave this area. That's what I want to see. Okay, there's a train now heading up. Got some goods on board. Is he going to go stop here, or is he going to completely bypass it? And skedaddle out of here? Yes, he does. So there we go. Off. Whoa! Go train, go, go, go train, go, go. What is going on? I can't even drop it down. Bad idea, Sediak. Yikes. Right, if you don't look at it, it don't exist, right, guys? Right? But yeah, I will create another outside region at some point. But I wonder if we'll start to see, I mean, it feels like it. I wonder if we'll start to see less ships. That's going to be interesting. Would we then start to see less planes because they have this dedicated straight line connection outside of the region right now? I don't know. Is this highway going to be a lot more quiet? Probably. The fishing industry is going to be able to export more than they ever have done before, because before they had to drive vast places. And now we've got these good little locations. So 2 trains committed, boys. A 3rd train. So they want to drop all the goods off here. All the goods. So we'll see how it goes. These have a connection too, so I wonder if we start to see less ships going back and from and down here. I don't know. I don't expect this one. Out of all the ship lanes, this will be the one you see the least amount of ships on. But again, time will tell. We've hit the big number. 100,000 residents! I don't know when we did that. I wasn't paying attention, but it's been quite recent. That is crazy. We've done some big things today, boys. So the only place that we're not making money right now is the ore industry, the mining industry. But the fishing industry is doing pretty well. Farming industry is now making the most money. Is that down to 21,000, boys? Is that down to us having this decent connection right now? Maybe, probably. I'm going to assume so. But I wonder why the ore industry is not making that much cash. I mean, it says it's making money here, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really. Maybe we need to show a little bit more love to this place. Maybe they need a higher train connection rather than having to drive all the way down. Maybe it's too long-winded for them. Maybe. Too many maybes, boys, but we think we're going to end it for here. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So...